Hello again, this is Double Talk 73, and what I'm going to try to do is show you how to enter an event. Okay, you go onto from the map page, you go under events, pick the event you want to enter. Like I've applied for 1x1 Lucky Spot and Sturgeon in the Dark. If you want to enter, let's say, Cheesy Cat, you just go down to the bottom and apply. Now it's important to read the stipulations. Like you can't use a stringer. You can only use float pack tackle, and the primary objective is to have a max total weight of catfish caught during the competition. Okay, you would apply. Okay, the shows up here the location, which would be Mountain River in Missouri. It says your registration time from 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. and then the competition time is from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. That is Eastern Standard Time, which puts it at like from 7 to 9 CTU time. Okay, the scoring limit time is 30 minutes, which is 2 hours of game time. Okay, if you place in the top three, first place you would get $44,400, 10 bait coins, and an X Series crank bait 16-foot 6/0, and so on. Second place, third place. Then they also have awards given out for 4th through 10th. So then you just apply, go to your map before that time, any time during that 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. you can go in there. Now it stops at 4 a.m. So if you get there at 3:40, you're going to have 20 minutes to fish. That's all. So you want to go there every time. Then you click on your Mud River. Make sure you have a license. Okay. I'm going to travel without a license. You travel. Not going to use a kayak. Okay. And when you get there, it's going to tell you up in the right hand corner here what time it ends. Okay, now it may either say join, and down here it says join competition. If it says join, you click on that. It tells you when it ends. You click on that, and then you go join competition. Then you have 2 hours to catch all the fish that you want to catch. So what I've got here, I have a competition that I'm getting in 1x1 in Colorado. So what I'm going to do is we're going to Rocky Lake, Colorado. I need a license. Let's see, I cannot use, let's double check now. 1-on-1, 1x1. Okay. Use only insects and worm bait. Rod stand usage during the competition is prohibited. So what I've got to do before I go there is I have to get rid of my rod stand. And it's already gone. If it was here, I would just stick it up there in the home. So it's already gone. Okay. So then I get my license. Buy. Okay. Go to map. See, I got my license. So I close that. Then I travel to the lake. Oh, can't use kayaks either. See, it'll tell you. And if you go ahead and go, none of the fish that you catch will count. So we'll get rid of our kayak too. Okay, there we go. And if you had your rod stand in there, it would tell you the same thing. You cannot, rod stand is not allowed in this competition. So you would have to put your rod stand up in the home position before it would let you score any points. So once we get here, see up here where it says join. Okay, I'm going to say join. Then it says enter competition. So now when I click this, I'm ready to go. I mean, I've got to be ready to fish. So you see I've got my rig all set up for this one. I've got me a Phoenix 11.5 rod, Equispira MLR 3000 reel, 009 fluoro line, oval bobber, a number 4 barbless hook, not a 4/0, a number 4, and flies. And then I have my leader set at 15 inches because I'm going to be fishing close to the shore, and it's not very deep. So we'll see what happens. Okay. Enter competition. Okay. And here we go. Let's see if I can find out where I need to fish. Been a while since I've been here. There's a place right over here. This it? Yep, this is it. See that log right there sticking out right there? Okay, where I'm going to fish. And I'll tell you something else. For this competition, I use what's called an F11 cast. Okay? And what that does, it casts out the same place every time. Excuse me. Yes, sir?
Hey.
Yes.
Hey, dang it. He said it's a good battery.
Do what?
They said up here at Advance that it's a good battery.
Well, bring it back. Bye. Sorry, that's my son. Okay, F11. So what you do is every time all you have to do is press your left mouse button and it throws it out there. Approximately the same place every time, so you don't have to guess. You don't have to use your blue ring. Now we just wait on the fish. That's the part we can't control. And there's one guy's already caught 59. The most I've ever caught here is 40. One guy caught 90 the other competition I did the other day. 90. Wow. About blew my mind. But there's people that have learned what they call a QS, a quick snatch. That when that bobber moves like that, you get a ding and a bobber moves, they know how to snatch him out. I don't. That's just something I haven't learned. This is the only way I can catch him. Maybe you can learn that quick snatch. Now see, it comes back up ready to cast again. It's ready. Now I got 2 hours of game time. See, they're ding, the bobber moves, and they jerk them out. These are small. I might pay attention. That just barely had a little bit of blue at the bottom of my graph. Okay, sorry about the phone call. That was my son. I sent him to get me a battery for a lawnmower. And apparently, oops, did it too quick, see. Apparently I don't need a battery. So my starter must be hanging up. We'll figure it out. So F11 cast, and then all you have to do is press the left mouse button. Well, we got more than one. See, as soon as that bobber moves, they know how to jerk them out. I don't. I'm going to get me some new glasses. These are getting a little bit weak for my I'm can't hardly see anyhow, but these are getting weak. Just like anywhere else I fish, if I don't get a bite in a little bit, I'll bring it in. But that's how you enter a competition. Uh, Once you enter one, you won't have any problem entering anymore. It'll be okay. But getting in the first one and figuring it out, that's the hard part. But that's how you do it. Scroll down, apply, and then when the time comes, show up a little early so that you can join and go fishing. And make sure you have a license. Make sure if the rules say no kayak, no Rod stand, make sure that they are put in the home position so you don't have to go back out again and waste your money, waste your time once you got there. Now, until you go enter competition, your time hadn't started. But once you enter competition, your time started. But it's not going to let you enter the competition until you get rid of the items that you're not allowed to use. Most of the competition, they will not allow you to use rod stand. Some of them, the kayak doesn't matter. In Michigan, a lot of times you can use the kayak because they consider the floating dock land, okay? Because in the competition it says only fish caught from the shore count. Well, they consider the floating dock shore. That's okay. The only way to get there is by kayak, so they allow you to use the kayak. Most of them say you cannot use a stringer, so you have to have a keep net. If you want to enter a competition, and let's say you have a 160 keep net, and the biggest fish you can keep is 18 pounds, and you're catching blue catfish that weigh 50 and 60 pounds, you still get to score that fish. If you get it in, you catch it and you get it in, you get to score that fish, even though you can't put it in your net. Or if you have a 440, which is a 110 pound max, and you fill it up, even after you fill it up, you keep on fishing, because even though you have to release those fish after that, you still get the points. It counts as your weight, and that's what you want. You want the points or the weight, whichever the criteria is for that competition or that event. That's really about it. Don't look like we're going to do really great here, but I'll say in all my videos, I'm having fun. I'm fishing. It don't really matter. And learn just a little bit and pass it on. That's the fisherman's way. And while you're at it, if you like what I've taught you so far, press that subscribe button and then that bell beside it so that you get notifications when I put up new videos. Then you'll get an email telling you that I have a new video up. Might help you, might not. All I'm trying to do is help you catch more and bigger fish. This channel, I'm not trying to make not one dime on. I don't want any money from this channel. I'm going to start another one later on that I will monetize, but it has nothing to do with this game. This game is for fun. This game is for learning and for teaching. I love to learn and I like to teach. I'm still learning. Guy taught me the other day when we were fishing for the rowdy bass. Set it down outside. That I was using a 6/0 hook. He was like a level 22. He said, I have better luck with a 5/0. Try a 5/0. Well, I did, and I caught 3 rowdy bass real quick. And I said, thank you very much. I appreciate that. He helped me. And I told him, I said, look, if you're in a game anywhere and you see me there fishing, maybe I can give you something that will help you in that lake or that river. And he said, okay, he'd appreciate it. And he said, somewhere in the conversation, my age come up. So I'm 71 years old. He said, well, I'm a noob. I'm 16. And I think it's really neat that somebody your age would take advice from somebody as young as me. I said, that's okay. If you know something I don't know, I appreciate you teaching me. He thought that was pretty cool. In real life, it doesn't happen that way very often when the youngins know more than the adults. But, you know, now we're not setting the world on fire this time. But that's okay. My rig is really a little heavy for this competition, but it's what I had. If I go in and get a real ultralight rig, I could do better. But I'd have to spend a lot more money. And then figure out what reel and what line. And I know the bait and the hook, but that's okay. It's like the Olympics. It's not the winning or the losing, it's the being there. To me, that's what's fun. And trying. If you don't try, first of all, you're never going to win. And if you don't try, you're not going to learn. So try and learn. And learn at your own speed. And again, I apologize for that phone call my son called me. He's, like I said, he didn't know I was going to do a video, so we'll put on airplane mode. Maybe we won't get disturbed again. Boy, I get them robocalls. They want to buy my house. They want to sell me car insurance. They want to sell me life insurance. They want to sell me everything. This is just a survey. Then they want you to, when you answer, can you hear me? They want you to say yes. Because if you say yes on the phone, they can copy and paste that into a spiel where you agree to buy something that you didn't. But you said yes. Because here it is. We recorded it. They say this is a recorded line. You said yes. So when I answer those phone calls, if I don't know who it is, I say, hello? And they say, can you hear me? I say, what do you want? They say, well, this is so-and-so and so-and-so on the recorded line. I said, not interested, and hang up. But one thing I like about AT&T and my iPhone, I think it's a 9, don't remember for sure. I have a feature on there where I can block calls. Once I don't answer the phone, I can go back in and I can block the caller, and I don't get a call from that number. But they work around that by calling from a different phone. It's funny. I get so many calls from Madisonville, Tennessee, you would not even believe. I just keep telling them, block the call, block the call. I answer one every once in a while just so I can mess with them. They don't like me messing with them. They don't want to mess with you. They don't like you messing with them. But that's okay. That's part of life. Deal with it. And they seem like they call around supper time all the time. That's not too cool. Come on, fish, pick it up. Pick it up. 59. We ain't even going to be close. But you never know. We can start catching one, bam, 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 bam. You never know. But once I enter an event, whether I'm going to be first or last, I will finish one way or another. That's just something I will do. That's part of commitment. If you make a commitment to something, then you should at least stick it out. My wife and I have been married this June will be 45 years. That's a commitment. We both are firm believers till death do us part. And I know at one time or another she's felt like that I need to be put in the ground. Oh, me. No, just kidding. We get along really, really well. We ain't setting the world on fire, but we're catching. You see that little yellow symbol beside the fish? That means that fish scored. If you're in a tournament, and let's say you're catching flathead catfish down in Louisiana, if you catch one, say they're only letting you catch trophy and unis. If you catch a common, that little symbol beside that little gold colored symbol, they're beside the type of fish is not going to be there. That means that fish did not score. If you go into a competition and you catch 2 or 3 fish that you're supposed to catch and that symbol is not there, you need to go back out and reread the criteria for that competition, because you're catching something. See there, that's what I'm talking about, that little right there. You're catching something that you're not supposed to catch for that competition. Or you did not enter the competition right. It has to say on that home page, it has to say join up here and then enter competition down here on the map page for you to get in the competition. Now, you can go down here and say join competition, enter competition. When you go in, you'll be catching fish. That symbol won't be there. You have to click on the join and then enter competition in order for those fish to count. Just another thing. That's the way the game's set up. 62. Well, he's slowing down a little bit. One of these days I'm going to come up here just at this spot and I'm going to practice that quick snatch. It may make a difference. I'm sure that's what they're doing. And I'm sure they're probably fishing pretty close to where I am, which is we can't tell because of the way the game runs. But I caught 40 the last time I was here, which it don't look like I'm even going to get close to that. But I had a lighter rig. This is a rig that I use for a little bit of everything. I use it for trout in Oregon because they get pretty big, and I don't want to catch something and it break the line and take everything but my bobber with it. So I use a little bit heavier. Here, those young channel cats are about the biggest thing you're going to catch. They're going to go less than 4 pounds. So, and I'm using an 8-pound line and 17-pound rod, and a 15-pound reel. So I'm, like I say, I'm a little bit overmatched for what I'm fishing here, but that's okay. We're fishing. I don't enter a competition to win. I enter a competition to have fun. If I win, it's more fun, but I enter to have fun. Life's too short to take anything like this too seriously. Boy, there are some people on here that do. Holy smokes. They will cuss you out in a heartbeat. And I just ignore them. And I go over here, and I click that little thing right there, their name, and then click on the ignore, and it says, do you want to ignore them? And I say, yes. And I put them in what's called my ignore cave. And then they can rant and rave and do all they want. I don't have to read it. I don't have to see it. A couple of my buddies on here, when a guy starts star, just over and over and over, if they're mad about something, mad at me for whatever reason, then they'll come back with, well, are they ready for the cave yet? uh, and something else I found out the other day. You can only have 100 friends. If you send a friend request, if you've got 100 in your friends list, you send a friend request, they're not going to get it. And they can't send you one because you've got 100 friends. So what I had to do, there was this young guy that wanted to be my friend so I could give him some marker buoys. I had to go in, and people that I hadn't seen or heard from in months, there were about 6 of them. I went ahead and unfriended them so I'd have room to put some people back in. Now, if they come back in and want to know why I unfriended them, I'll tell them. And if I have room, I'll gladly put them back in. One guy's a guy in Arizona. He's about my age. He has a bad heart too. And I haven't seen him online in several months. I don't even know if he's still alive. I don't have an email, a phone number, a Discord connection, anything to find out whether he is still alive. I know he lived by himself and had a little puppy dog named Buddy. That's all I know about him, other than the fact that he was a real nice Christian guy. And those are the people that are nice to talk to. They're not going to cuss you. You'll never, I would only hope that you would never see ... on anything that I say. If it is, it's because the logarithm of the game read what I said wrong. One time I told somebody, God bless you, and the God was blah, 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 and I told them, and they said, whoa, you cuss. And I come back and said, no, no, I did not. It did not read what I said right, because I said, God bless you. And then they understood. I don't, I don't cuss. That just shows a lack of intelligence and a lack of self-respect. I need all that I can get. Well, come on, fish. We're up to 14. We ain't setting the world on fire, but we're still catching fish. I could use a smaller hook. That'd probably help a little bit. Oh, you have to use barbless. That's right. And I think number 4 barbless is the smallest that you can get. Not sure, but I think so. Because if I could have, I'd have used a 1 barbless. Barbless. That's not easy to see with these store. No, you see, that's not easy to say with these store-bought teeth. Oh me. We'll get a ding on the next. I'm gonna use my magnifying glass if you don't mind. We'll get a ding on the next, and we're gonna see if we can jerk it out and see what happens. We're gonna get a ding. That bobber moves. Let's see. Let's reel it in, and let's see if I can quick snatch one. Just give it a try. Now I'm not gonna get a ding. Strike was done too early. See, I don't know how to do it. Well, I'll have to have somebody teach me. They might teach me, they might not. I'll just let it go, keep on catching. I was hoping to catch 20 the way we were starting. I know that's not going to put me anywhere near the top. Not with this rig I'm using. I didn't think I'd catch a lot, but that's okay. It only cost me $500 to enter. Already had the rig, so didn't have to buy anything extra. Just had to buy a license and travel here, and it's not really expensive for this competition. Now, those in California, if you don't have a license and you travel, California, Russia, Alaska, buddy, you spent some money. It's 18 grand to go for one day in Russia or Alaska. So you go up there, even if you don't get anything out of the competition, you better stay a couple of days and figure out how to catch enough to at least pay your expenses and your repair bill on your gear once you leave. Then you go back to California and you fish sturgeon at night. And I've got a good video on how to catch sturgeon, night peaks. It's a 6-point rotation, and I'm telling you, it works. I got in a competition there the other night. First time I'd ever fished in a competition. I practiced the rotation, and I thought, well, I'll give it a try. And I caught over 1,000 pounds of sturgeon. Now, the guy that won had over 1,400 pounds, but I missed a few fish. I get really excited, and I hit the reel button before the right button. You want to hit that right button first to set the hook and then reel. And I missed 3 or 4 fish, which the difference was 4 fish, most of them up there are in the 40-pound range. So that's 160 pounds. And a buddy of mine finished 8th in the competition, and he had 200 pounds more than me. So if I catch those 4 fish and I catch 160 more pounds, I might have finished in the top 10, which would just thrill me to no end. First time in a competition, but I missed them. Well, nobody's fault but mine. But that's where you can go and farm sturgeon at night. And well, that bobber went way down, and it still didn't get anything. Uh, Michigan's where I used to fish all the time. Now I still like Michigan. I can fill my net up in a hurry. A lot of times, just a little over an hour, I can have 660 pounds. Now it doesn't pay as much as a sturgeon, but in that 660 pound, there'll be 3 or 4 sturgeon to help average thing out. I'll make between $22,000 and $23,000 for each peak that I fish. With the sturgeon, I make between 34 and 35,000. So I make more money, but it takes longer to catch them. So I think it kind of averages out, except you're paying the extend fee. And both places, that's $2,000 to extend. So if you extend 3 times in Michigan to fill and 2 times in California to fill, you spend an extra $2,000 in Michigan to wind up with the same value of fish, around $65,000, $65 to $70,000. So it just depends on what you like to catch. Sturgeon are fun to catch. They're all fun to catch. Sometimes I go down in California, go over there in the boat dock and put me trophy, cool. Put me a number 1 hook on and fish with either corner peas and a little slim float and catch the brim and a little white young catfish right off the boat dock, and you can see them come out underneath the dock and reach out, grab the bait, and take off with it. I mean, it's just so cool, just fun. If you ever want to do that competition where you have to catch 100 in a day or release 100 in a day to get those gold coins, and you got nothing else to do, go there. You can do it. It's easier there than in Texas, believe me. They're there. A sunny day, the middle of a sunny day, you can just catch them one right after another. Just put the bait down there and jerk them out. Put the bait down there and jerk them out. Just another way to have fun. You got to have fun in the game. If you're not having fun in this game, you need to find something else to do. That's all I can say about that. So that's what it's supposed to be about. Well, I got my 20. Like I said, we ain't setting the world on fire, but we fishing. While you're at it, press that subscribe button, please, and hit that bell there beside the subscribe button so you get notification. And watch some other videos. I've got some good tips. If you'll read the comments on my videos, you'll see, except for where I forgot to turn the microphone on, and I was talking, and in the video before I realized that the mic wasn't on. And then one guy said I needed to put the mic closer to my mouth so that they could understand me better. That I was talking low, so I'm talking just a little bit louder than I normally would. And normally this is about where I like to talk. I don't like to sound boisterous. My daddy told me a long time ago that in intelligence or talent, people that lack in either of those tend to make it up with volume. And I've found that to be a fact most of my life. And you will too. Just think about it. Usually the guy with the least amount of intelligence in a room, intelligence in a room is usually the one with speaking the loudest, because it's important for them to be the center of attention. And that's okay. That's their way of dealing with it.
musicians, uh, if they don't have any talent with their music, they will be so loud, it'll be ear busting because they think that loud means good. Most of your rappers now think that loud means good. It really doesn't. I remember when I was younger and they, like the new Christy Minstrels or Peter, Paul and Mary, the singing was so melodious. They weren't loud. Well, there we go. 33rd with 22 fish. But see, my weight was lower than theirs. That's 2.1. That's a pretty nice fish. Okay, we're going to close it. It's going to sell our fish. See, we made a big $442. So we go in the hole on this trip. We had fun. I had fun. Now we're out of the competition. So watch some other videos and maybe you'll pick up something that'll help you. So I appreciate you watching. Tight lines, good luck. Catch a lot of fish, catch a lot of big fish. God bless you and your family, and I'll catch you out here again later some other time. So y'all come back now, you hear?